What's up, family? It's Cast Sports again, back for another afternoon with my people. As usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. Just boxing talk. We're just a group of people that love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. You don't have to have a channel, a podcast, or anything like that. The only requirement is you just had to love to talk boxing. That's all. Mike Masick. Salute. Welcome to another afternoon of Cast Sports, the History Channel. This is the Monday afternoon edition. Starting off another week. Unbelievable. Monday all over again. Something is wrong because these weeks are just going by entirely too fast. Seems like I was just sitting here saying it was last Monday. But how was everybody this afternoon? Good to be back with you again for another episode of Cast Sports. We had 2 fight cards Friday. Big weekend of boxing. Started Thursday. 2 cards Saturday. I'm going to talk about them. And remember, this week we have a triple header. Starting with Pro Box on Wednesday. Then we got a card on Thursday. Headlined by JoJo Diaz. And then we got a card on Friday. Headlined by O'Shaquie Foster. So a triple hitter this week. It doesn't look like we have any boxing Saturday, but we got Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday back to back to back. Remo. Hashtag Let's Talk Fashion. Hashtag JBT in the building. Salute to Remo. Welcome to another episode of Cast Sports. Remo, the History Channel. Good to see you as we start out another week. Just talking about this triple hitter of boxing we got this week. You know, we got Pro Box Wednesday, we got a card Thursday and Friday. We don't have one Saturday, but hey, that's okay. Ernest Johnson in the building. What's up, Ernest? Always good to see you, bro. Welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, the History Channel. I'm going to talk about the golden era, 70s. And you know, when you think about the 70s, not just heavyweight boxing, just boxing period. Especially heavyweight. 3 of the names that come to mind is Ali, FRAZIER, Foreman. But I'm going to talk about some good heavyweights from the 70s, not named Ali, FRAZIER, or Foreman. How about that? Going to do a little profile on 10 good heavyweights from the 70s, not named Ali, FRAZIER, or Foreman. But as I talk about those guys, I'm sure Ali, FRAZIER, and Foreman will come up a lot. But you know, I've covered so much about those 3 over the course of my shows that I'm going to leave them out today. You know, talk about guys like Lyle, Ellis, Holmes, Norton, Shavers, Bugner, you know, Quarry. Yeah. It's a whole lot of other good heavyweights in the 70s, other than the big 3. Yeah, Ernest, we are in for a treat at the end of this week. Triple header. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to talk about the 2 cards we had Saturday briefly. But how was everybody's weekend? I was just talking about how fast these days and weeks are going by. It's just like not normal. Just not normal. I was telling my wife, this sounds crazy, but you know how they're always going up and down in and out of the Earth's atmosphere on this space shuttle going in and out of space. Maybe they'd have speeded the Earth up. You know, if the Earth started turning faster, then time would be going by faster, wouldn't it? Maybe they accidentally done that or something. This is just not normal, man. The way this time is going by. And everybody is talking about it. I was in the grocery store Saturday in line. 2 ladies in front of me was talking about how fast time is going by. So it's just not normal. I mean, just like I was just here talking about it being last Monday, starting another week out. Here we go again. It's just crazy. They say when you get older, time goes faster, but I hear young people talking about how fast time is going by. So it's just crazy. But how is everybody today? Hope you spend this 2 hours with me. Make your day a little bit better. I know it will make mine. Being here with my people again. 2 o'clock shorty. Starting to enjoy and look forward to 2 o'clock every day. It just goes by too fast. You know how they say time flies when you're having fun. But Ryan and Devin is official. All right, who y'all got it up? I got Devin. I think he will use his superior skills and stand outside and outbox Ryan to a UD. Yeah, I got Devin in that one. Because skills pay the bills. Devin is clearly the more skillful fighter by far between those 2. Only chance Ryan got is catching him with something, you know. But I don't think that's going to happen. And you know, Devin ain't knocking nothing out, so that just is what that is. It just ain't happening. So I got Devin by UD. But it's a good fight. I'm glad we're getting it. 2024 is shaping up okay so far. And I think, what is it, April 20th? Yeah. I believe that fight is April 20th. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. And you see the fake pushing at the press conference last week. They both look fake. They're not built like that, you know. I mean, neither one of those guys have ever been in a fight outside a boxing ring in their life. Man. It just didn't even look right, those 2 angry in a shoving match. Stay before the ring, guys, you know. Stay before the ring. Neither one of you are built like that. You're boxers, but you fight in the ring. You're not street fighters. Not like a Tank. Tank grew up fighting, you know, out in the street. But Devin and Ryan, like I say, probably never been in a fight outside a boxing ring in their life. Neither one of them. You know, just be yourself. You don't need to do that to build a fight because it doesn't look natural, right? Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia is not built like that. Who y'all got in that one? I got Devin, of course. You know, skills pay the bills, and Devin is way more skillful than Ryan, by far. Yeah. But this is going to be a great week if you're a boxing fan. How y'all like that Super Bowl yesterday? That Patrick Mahomes, man. He's got the Michael Jordan, Tom Brady effect going, man. He just don't let that team lose. I seen it in his face when we went in overtime and San Fran got the ball first and went down there and got a field goal. I could just read Patrick Mahomes' mind like, oh, y'all done effed up. You only got 3. Yeah, man. That guy is just, yeah. He got that Michael Jordan, Tom Brady thing working for him, working in him too, man. You know, he just don't let that team lose, man. And yeah, they mentioned that three-peat word yesterday. I can believe it. I can believe it because he played his best this season. This is probably the worst team he had around him as far as going to the Super Bowl. In the years he's been taking the Chiefs to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying it's a bad team, but the least talented that he had. And he still went in and took him in and got the job done, man. I knew it. Yeah, they put Mahomes in there now, Ernest. He could retire right now today. He's in. You know. He just got that killer instinct. But, you know, we ain't losing. And San Fran messed up. They got the ball inside the 10, but they only got 3. You can't do that against Kansas City, man. You got to score touchdowns when you get into that overtime period. Yeah. And San Fran seemed like they got a little arrogant, you know. Don't cheer until the clock reads 0 or you have more points than them. Then you start cheering. But until that happens, you know, don't celebrate yet. They did the same thing in the first Super Bowl, celebrated too early. When Kansas City beat them the first time, remember? Yeah, but a good best Super Bowl I've seen in a long time, man. Overtime in the Super Bowl, you can't ask for no more than that. Can't ask for no more. And I'm a Ravens fan, and that's what's missing from Lamar, you know. You don't have the Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes effect to it, okay? You know, where you can take a team and win the game. Lamar has all the physical ability that Mahomes has, but he just don't have that thing up, mental thing up there that Mahomes has. That's what Lamar's missing, you know. I can't explain it. Mahomes got it though. That was crazy. Yeah. Good game though. Good Super Bowl. Yeah, but yeah, Ernest, like I said, Mahomes can retire right now today. He's in the Hall of Fame. He got 3 Super Bowls. 28 years old. That's 7 Tom Brady got. I don't know. I mean, I thought it would be years and years and years before somebody matched that, but I don't know, man. Mahomes got 3 already, and he's on this side of 30, you know? So, and the nucleus of their team is coming back. You know, they got, I think, what's the guy named Valdez and the tight end. Jones just signed long term, the guy that anchors the defense. Yeah. Andy Reid is just How can you be in overtime in the Super Bowl inside the 5 and just get your receiver so wide open like that on that winning touchdown? How can that happen, man? That's just wonderful play calling and matching up and everything, man. It wasn't no mistake the defense made. It's just execution and play calling. I mean, you're in the Super Bowl overtime inside the 5, and this man gets wide open for the winning touchdown. He could have crawled it on hands and knees. But we're going to talk about the fight Saturday, and we're going to look at the 1970s, the golden era, especially in the heavyweight division. And I'm going to profile 10 heavyweights not named, from the 70s, not named Ali, Frazier, or Foreman. Because, you know, when you talk about the 70s, that's all you hear. Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Frazier, Ali. Okay. And now all these guys fought each other, so we're going to still hear their names when I'm going over these guys. But, you know, the profile is not going to be on those 3. And yeah, everybody fought everybody back then, you know. Nowadays, it's kind of, Floyd kind of ruined it with, you know, going undefeated, because now everybody is so concerned about that nowadays, you know. Champions back then had 4, 5, 6 losses. Yeah. Because, you know, when the belts got split up, the WBA and WBC, and you couldn't come in anybody's division with a belt calling yourself champion, because that guy like, let me get that, you know. I'm champion of this division. We got to unify. The other guy be like, okay, let's do it. They unified. Yeah, guys walking around in the same division talking about I'm champion. No, I'm champion. They settled that. And Remo, that P word, that wouldn't have been tolerated. You call somebody the P word back then, the fight probably started the press conference. Nowadays, you call somebody a pussy, they okay, I'm a pussy. I still got my Odo. It's crazy, man. Matias called them guys that, what is like over a month ago now, they still haven't responded. Crazy, man. But it's just the era we in, you know. It's the era we in. Life's looking good. You know, it's the weakest. I've been watching boxing since the late 70s. This is the weakest era of boxing I've seen so far, you know. It just is. It just is, man. Guys calling guys out, they don't respond. Like Conor Benton. He's fighting that welterweight, calling a tank. He fights that lightweight, 2 weight classes below. That kind of shit didn't happen back then. You know, you don't have no guy calling out guys 2 weight classes below him. Come on, man, that's weak. And you got some people, tank didn't answer the call out. How the hell you have to answer a man calling him out from 2 weight classes above him? Come on, people. And that's what helps make boxing so weak in this era is the fans, man. It's the fans are a big part of it. Big part of the reason why boxing is like it is now. Mm-hmm. The fans. But a lot of people are not fans of boxing. They're fans of boxers, you know. Yeah. Yep, Ernest, 7 seasons. 3 Super Bowls, 3 MVPs, and 2 league MVPs already. Just 7 seasons in the league. And some guys go 15, 16 seasons and don't get one. You know? This cat got 3 already. And you figure he's 28. Quarterbacks usually play up into their late 30s. So he's got at least 10 to 12 more years left in the league. And in a good organization like Kansas City, I think he can get 4 more. I think he can get 4 more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that repeat is very possible next season. Very possible. Yeah. Yeah. And my Ravens. Lamar just don't have it. He's missing that one element that Mahomes has. That Michael Jordan, like I was Michael Jordan, Tom Brady effect. Lamar don't have that. Yeah. Yeah. You know, once if the Ravens had been there, once the 49ers went there and got that 3 in overtime, I got Lamar sulking and coming out on the sideline and just about giving up, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Loses focus sometimes. Gets too down, you know, sometimes. Yeah. Mahomes, never, you know, never. Like I was saying last week, that Super Bowl when the Patriots was down 28-3 at halftime, Tom Brady came out. He was still walking up and down the sidelines, telling his teammates, come on, still tell them they could win it. And they, guess what? They came back and won it, too. They came back and won it. Mm-hmm. I can see Mahomes doing something like that. But we had 2 cards working for us Saturday. Both from the UK. Yep. Oh, come on, man. I don't know nobody in Southburg, Connecticut. That's spam. Every day at this time. That should be against the law. Southburg, Connecticut. Who do I know in Southburg, Connecticut? Any of y'all live in Southburg, Connecticut? Okay. Yeah, we had 2 cards, both from the UK. Big cards, too. I think we had like 9 fights on one or something like that. On one of the cards, we had the referee doing the judging. Yeah. Remember, I did the show on judging, and they said overseas in some countries, the referees still judge, but they stopped referees from judging so they could concentrate more on the fight. But yeah, a couple of these fights, Saturday, the referee made the decisions. Yeah. Sure did. Okay, let's take a look at these cards. But how is everybody this Monday afternoon? Doing okay? I'm doing good. Yeah. Yeah, we got a few of my people in here. Ernest Johnson, Remo, hashtag JBT, Mike Masick in the building. Excuse me for just for one quick moment, please. Give me 2 minutes. I gotta take care of something. I gotta go cut this heat off. I'll be right with you. Okay, I'm back. Okay, now we're going to look at these fights real quick. And we're going to talk about some of these heavyweights from the 70s. Not named Ali, Frazier, or Foreman. Y'all down with that? All right. Life's looking good. Okay, now, the first card was headlined by Hamza Shiraz and Liam Williams. Okay, and this fight was in the I think this was for the Commonwealth middleweight title. Okay, yeah, most of these fights were for Commonwealth, British, European, bunch of European fighters, UK fighters, yeah, or European. Shiraz won with a 1-round demolition of Williams, man. You know, 1-round demolition. Now, after a thrilling out opening minute of the first round, Williams walked right into a Shiraz left hand and put him on the mat, right? Shortly after that, Shiraz landed a big right uppercut that dropped Williams again, okay? Now, Williams got up with about 45 seconds left in the round. Got caught again. Okay. It was a vicious left hook. Caught him again when he got up. And Williams' corner had seen enough. Threw the towel in. 1-round demolition by Shiraz. Shiraz goes to 19-0 with 15 knockouts. Williams dropped to 25-5 one draw. He has 20 knockouts. But yeah, that was quick. Williams wasn't even in this fight whatsoever. Okay. And then Sam Noakes versus Louis Sylvester. This was also for the Commonwealth title. I think this was 126 or something like that. $12 rounds, yeah. Commonwealth title. 135, lightweight. Okay. Noakes kept his 100% knockout rate intact with a 4th round stoppage of Sylvester. Now, Noakes didn't show his former sparring partner any mercy. You know, walked right through Sylvester's punches, battering him relentlessly. Dropped him twice in the 3rd round with body shots, and the stoppage was inevitable. But to his credit, Sylvester bit down and survived the 3rd round. But in the 4th round, Noakes pinned him on the ropes and continued battering him. And eventually, Sylvester dropped to the mat again. Then at that point, Sylvester's corner threw the towel in. 4th round TKO for Noakes. Noakes is 13-0, 13 knockouts, 100% knockout rate intact. And that was Sylvester's first loss. He goes to 13-1. What's up, Gregory Pratt? Gregory Pratt in the building. Salute to Gregory Pratt. That's a Monday afternoon GP. That's all. We're back at it again. Welcome to Cat Sports, the History Channel. You know how we do it. Gregory Pratt, hashtag JBT in the building. Good to see you, bro. Hope your Monday and week is starting out okay. Are you off today, GP? I know a lot of barbershops closed on Mondays. But anyway, I hope you're enjoying your day. Salute to Gregory Pratt. Okay. Then we had Anthony Yard was back in action on the card. Anthony Yard, he took on Mark Nikolic. This was at light heavyweight, 10-rounder. This wasn't for any other titles, though. Okay. Then Yard stopped Nikolic in the 3rd round. Another early stoppage, okay? Staggering him with a left in the open in the 1st round. Staggered Nikolic, had him hurt in the 1st round, okay? And the difference in speed and power between these two was clear early in the fight, man. And Yard was changing levels nicely. You know, bearing his attack to the head and body. And he forced Nikolic to take a knee twice in the 2nd round. Then Nikolic was game and battled to the end of the 2nd, but a big right uppercut to the stomach in the 3rd round. That did the job. So Yard gets a 3rd round stoppage. He's 25-3, and 24 of his 25 wins have been by knockout. Nikolic is 32-4, 12 knockouts. Yeah, a lot of stoppages on this card. Just Do Boxing in the building. The voice. Salute to Just Do Boxing. Good to see you, bro. Welcome to another episode of Cat Sports. We're going to talk about some of the heavyweights from the 70s today. Not named Ali, Frazier, or Foreman. Talk about some of them other guys, you know, like Holmes, Norton, Ron Lau, Ernie Shavers, Jerry Corey. Some of those guys. Joe Buckner. Yeah. Because, you know, when you think of heavyweights in 70s, you know, the first names come to mind is Ali, Foreman, and Frazier. Now, you're probably going to hear those names a lot when I talk about the other guys. Like I was saying, all those people fought each other, you know, not like today. Because back then, champions had 4, 5, 6 losses. You know, it wasn't nothing to see a guy with a belt with 5 losses, okay? Because they fought top competition, you know? And you just were going to get beat sometimes because the competition was, you know, kind of evened out around that time. Now, Ali stood out, Foreman early, but, you know, a lot of those guys could beat could beat each other on any given night, you know? So, great time in our sport, though, the 70s, the golden era of the heavyweights. Tommy Fletcher beat Alvaro Terrero, 3rd round TKO. They were cruiserweights. Then Masood Abdullah beat Qais Ashfaq, 5th round TKO, featherweights. Abdullah is 10-0 with 7 knockouts. Carla Thomas beat Eros Tegeti, light heavyweight. That was by 8 points, 8-round decision. Umar Kandef. He go in the 3rd round over Mako Velasco. Kandef takes his record to 9-0. That was his first stoppage in his young career. Then Alois Uombe defeated Middlesex Savick. First round knockout, heavyweight division. Uombe is 6-1 with 6 knockouts. Okay. Great knockout rate. Then the other card was headlined by Reese Bellotti against Liam Dillon. That was at 130. Also for the Commonwealth title. Yep. Yeah. All these fights were from the UK, and all of them were for Commonwealth title, British title, European title. Yeah, one of those. And remember, we got the triple hitter this week. Pro Box on Wednesday. We got the Thursday night card headlined by Jojo Diaz. What's Jojo fighting? Jojo is fighting Jesus Perez. And then we got Friday night card headlined by Oshaki at Abraham Nova. Should be a good scrap. Got Shoo on the card. Going up against Bernard Torres. Adrian Curiel. Oh no, that's do we have 2 cards Friday? It appears that we do. Wow. We got a card coming from Mexico Friday too. Boxing's going to be crazy this weekend. But we don't have any Saturday. That's the thing. We're going to be looking kind of crazy Saturday. No boxing, man. That's what the day we're used to. But we're going to be full of it from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so we might be all right. You know? Yeah. Okay. Now on the other card, it was a fire fight. Bellotti pulled it out. Okay. Started with both men aggressive, and both were throwing a high volume of punches at close range too. And they both stayed aggressive throughout the fight. And Dillon was more on the front foot. Okay. But Bellotti was matching his aggressiveness off the back foot, right? As the rounds went by, Bellotti started to pull away on the cards. It looked like it to me like he was pulling away. And Dillon was still scoring with flurries, but Bellotti's punches was having a bigger effect and bigger impact, you know. And the action was consistent until the final bell. Both men stayed busy throughout. But the judges felt Bellotti, just like I did. The judges felt Bellotti did the better work. He got 117, 111, 117, 112, 116, 112, okay? Takes his record to 18-5, 14 knockouts. That was Dillon's first loss, okay? He goes to 13-1. Yeah, he was favored to win the fight, but Bellotti pulled it out. Then we had Cameron Ruong. He got a stoppage against Ismail Ellis in an 8-round lightweight fight. And Ellis was taking a lot of punishment, and the referee ended up stopping. Bob Williams stopped the fight in the 6th round. Yeah, Ellis was taking punishment throughout. Ruong is 4-0, 3 knockouts. And then Craig Richards stopped Boris Crichton in the 4th round, scheduled 10 rounder, and this was light heavyweight. Crichton went down in the 7th and got up, but Richards stayed on him, and the referee stopped it. 7th round. Shannon Ryan got a unanimous decision over Jasmina. I'm not even going to attempt her last name. Anyway, Shannon Ryan takes her record to 7-0. And Jasmina, that was her first loss. 10-round super flyweight matchup. Ryan got 98-93 and 96-94 on 2 cards. Okay. John Hedges won by stoppage against Erdogan Kadrija. Okay. 8th round. This was at cruiserweight. No. This was scheduled for 8 rounds, but the stoppage occurred in the second round. Okay. Jack Oliphant, in his first fight, professional debut, won by points over Jensen Irving. Okay. This fight was scored by the referee, Bob Williams, who had it 40-36, a shutout for Jensen. Yeah, I saw a couple of fights on that card, was actually judged by the referee. And you know, when I was doing the judging show, it said that overseas, some judges still do fights, but you know, they had stopped the majority of that because they wanted the judge to concentrate more on, they wanted the referee to concentrate more on refereeing the fight instead of trying to judge. So they had stopped that, but they still do it overseas because this judge, I saw 2 fights that he judged. The Rise Podcast in the building. Salute to the Rise Podcast. Just going over these fights from Saturday. Then we're going to talk about the heavyweights from the 7th. The Rise Podcast. 9 o'clock weekdays. The Anchor Leg for the hashtag JBT movement. Salute to the Rise Podcast. Okay, we had a couple more fights on that card. Ibrahim Suleiman, who the Penny Kento Marussia, got the stoppage against Jordan Thomasoni. Okay. And it was scheduled for 4 rounds. And he stopped it. The referee stopped it in the 3rd round. Then in the opening fight on the card was a heavyweight matchup between Emmanuel Odiasi and Amin Bocetta. Okay, Odiasi was making his 2nd fight. Okay. He won a decision. And again, this fight was scored by the referee. He gave him a 6-round shutout. Okay. So 2 pretty decent cards Saturday. And remember, we got a triple header this week, man. Pro Box Wednesday. Thursday, we got the card headline by JoJo. And then Friday, we got Oshaki. But no fight Saturday. But by Saturday, we have already had 3 cards, so we'll be okay. Yeah. Watch some old fights or something. But we have either had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so that make up for no fight Saturday. But how's everybody this afternoon? We're going to get ready to start talking about some of these heavyweights from the 70s, the golden era. We're going to talk about 10 heavyweights from the 70s, not named Ali, Frazier, or Foreman, because I have talked about them enough. Heavyweights from the 70s. Okay. First, I'm going to drink some of my water with this ice floating around in it. Y'all like that Super Bowl? That Patrick Mahomes is something, man. That boy got the Michael Jordan, Tom Brady effect going, man. I tell you. He don't let the team lose. Like I said, I saw that in his eyes. When San Francisco went down there and got that 3, old Patrick said, y'all done effed up. You should have got 7 because the game over now. He went straight down there and got that 7. And how could the guy, you know, you're in the overtime in the damn Super Bowl, and the guy got that winning touchdown. How could he be so wide open like that, man? I mean, wasn't nobody near him. Wow, amazing. Yeah. But Kansas City got their 3rd one. But Patrick Mahomes is 28. Need 4 more to tie Brady. I think he can do it. Because what was I saying? They're going to play what, 10 to 12 more years, right? And shoot, they might get it next year. I hope it's the Ravens, but if it's not the Ravens, I'm pulling for Patrick. You know, this would be the 3-peat, first 3-peat since Brady did it back in the 90s, might have been the early 2000s. I'm not sure. I know the Patriots did it last. Aunt McQueen in the building. Salute, Aunt McQueen in the building. We get ready to start talking about these heavyweights. 10 heavyweights from the 70s, not named Ali, Frazier, or Foreman, because I've talked about them enough. But as I'm talking about these other 10, we're going to hear about them 3 a lot because, like I said, Back in those days, everybody fought everybody, you know. Everybody fought everybody. And it wasn't nothing to see a champion with 4 or 5 losses, you know. Yeah. Because of that, you know. Everybody fought everybody, so you were fighting good fighters all the time. So anybody could beat anybody on any given night. Okay. Now, heavyweights of the golden era. Right, now the heavyweight boxing in the 70s was characterized by fierce rivalries, great championship fights, belts changing hands, and the decade is thought of as the golden era in the heavyweight, especially in the heavyweight division, by many boxing historians, experts, and fans alike. Yeah, I'm one of them. Yeah, I think of it as a golden era. There's Lonnie Lee in the building. What's up, Lonnie Lee? Salute. Got another work week started off okay. And these weeks are just going by too fast, man. Something's not right. I was telling my wife, you know how they go up there, keep going up there in that space shuttle, and they got that thing up there in space too. You know, they don't keep going in and out of the Earth's atmosphere. They done messed around and speeded the Earth up, man. Now think about it. If the Earth starts spinning faster, there ain't time gonna go by faster. That's what's happening. Yeah. They done speeded the Earth up. That's why these weeks and days stuff is going by so fast. Think about it. Don't think I'm crazy. D for the win is in the building. Salute D for the win. Good to see you, bro. What y'all think about that though? Why is time going by so fast? All the space shuttles and stuff going in and out of the atmosphere, the Earth is turning faster now. Yeah. And they know it, but the government ain't gonna tell us, you know. They done messed up, got the Earth turning and speeded time up and don't know how to get it back to normal. But let's get back to these heavyweights. 10 good heavyweights from the 70s, not named Ali, Frazier, or Big George Foreman, okay? Now, like I was saying, many boxing historians, experts, and fans alike think the 70s is the golden era of boxing, especially in the heavyweight division, and I'm one of them, okay? So many things happened in the 70s, like Ali returned from his 4th retirement early in this decade, okay? By the time he came back, Joe Frazier had won the title that Ali had got stripped from him. Former champions, Jimmy Ellis, Floyd Patterson, along with Big George Foreman, okay? Oscar Bonavena, Jerry Quarry, hard-hitting Ernie Shavers, gold medalist Leon Spinks, Ken Norton, Larry Holmes, one of the most underrated heavyweights from that period. Because see, Larry came along right behind all those great heavyweights, man, you know. That's why he was a little overshadowed, but Larry still did his thing. He had the title for 7 straight years. We're gonna talk about Larry. Ron Stander, Chuck Webner, Ron Lau, Joe Bugner, Scott Liddell, just some of the names that made the 70s such a great decade for the division. Now, of course, Ali and Frazier's historic trilogy was part of the decade. No other rivalry in boxing history have come close to topping any of those 3 fights, before them or after, okay? Before or since. I haven't seen nothing, no series, no rivalry to top that Ali Frazier trilogy. Nothing that come close, okay? But today's show is going to be about heavyweights who fought in the golden era of the 70s. Not named Ali, Frazier, or Foreman, okay? Because anytime heavyweights in the decade of the 70s are mentioned, those are the first 3 names that come to mind, okay? But there were many other great fighters that fought in the decade. And today, we're going to talk about some of them, all right? 10 of them, as a matter of just a brief summary, that's all. You know, Yeah, right, Lonnie Lee. Monday down, 4 to go. Yeah, salute to D for the win, everybody. Yeah, Monday down, 4 to go. Okay. I'm only working 4 hours a day now, though, so it's all good. Yeah. I lost my train of thought, but it'll come back to me. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna talk, and remember, just like with the trainers, referees, the prospects, all this is not no 10 best or anything like that. It's just 10 good heavyweights from the 70s, not named Ali, Frazier, Foreman, and it's in alphabetical order. Okay. First is Dwayne Barbic. Okay. Dwayne Barbic. Now, Dwayne David Barbic, okay, he was born August 24th, 1950, Little Falls, Minnesota, okay. Now, as an amateur, Barbic won the gold medal at the 1971 Pan American Games, and he fought at the 1972 Olympics. Matter of fact, he lost to the guy from Cuba, Teofilo Stevenson, right? That was Barbic on my thumbnail. Remember the show I did on Teofilo? I think I did it on Cuban Boxing. Teofilo was featured, yeah. It was a picture of him and Dwayne Barbic on the thumbnail. But yeah, Barbic fought in the 1972 Olympics, but he lost to the eventual gold medalist, Teofilo Stevenson. Okay. Now, Barbic turned professional in 1973, okay, and he retired in 1979 with a record. Retired with a record of 48 wins, 42 by knockout, 4 losses, okay? Now, he scored notable wins over future heavyweight champion Mike Weaver, contenders Chuck Webner, Scott Liddell, Randy Newman, and Manuel Ramos, okay? From 1973 to 1977, Barbic compiled a record of 38 wins, no losses, 32 knockouts. Okay, and that made him the number 3 contender in the heavyweight division, before he was defeated by the number 1 contender, which was Ken Norton at the time. Okay, now, after Barbic's boxing career ended, he was diagnosed with dementia pugilistica in 1997, right? Now, his progressive decline has been noteworthy in recent years. And after his diagnosis, he was quoted as saying, "I'm not sure I would have gone into boxing back then if I would have known all the effects of head trauma that I know today. But I still don't regret the experience, intense training, and discipline I learned from the sport of boxing." Okay, Dwayne Barbic suffers from dementia pugilistica. That's just fancy for too many hits to the head. That's where the brain is, and it's not, the brain area is not meant to be punched on like that, Yeah. But yeah, Dwayne Barbic is still alive, yeah. Mm-hmm. Born in 1950, he's what is he now? 74, something like that, yeah. But he suffers from dementia pugilistica. He was born August 24th, 1950. 74 years old, yeah. Okay. Next up on my list of heavyweights not named Ali, Frazier, or Foreman is Joe Bugner. Joe Bugner. Tough cookie, that Joe Bugner. Now, Joseph Joel Bugner. Okay, he was born on March 13th, 1950 in Zoreg, Hungary. Now, Bugner and his family fled to the United Kingdom after the Soviet Union invaded Hungary in 1956. Soviet Union always been invading people. They just did Ukraine. This is way back in 1956. Okay. Now, Bugner had a brief amateur career, winning 13 of 16 fights. Okay. Now, he turned pro in 1967 at the age of 17. Wow. Okay, turned pro at 17. He lost his debut against Paul Brown by 3rd round TKO. Now he showed a gritty determination that he became known for. after his debut. And he won his next 18 fights, 13 of them by stoppage. Okay. Now, entering the 70s, Bugner emerged as an outstanding young prospect, right? And was world rated by the end of 1970. By the end of that year, he was world rated, okay? He was ranked. Now, then he won 9 straight fights that year, 1970, including wins over well-known boxers like Chuck Webner, Manuel Ramos, Johnny Prescott, Brian London, Eduardo Carletti, Charlie Polite, and George Johnson. Yeah, all well-known heavyweights from that era. Mm-hmm. Now, Bugner earned a reputation early in his career as a tough, durable boxer, and he retained that image throughout his career. In March 1971, he won a 15-round decision over British boxer Henry Cooper, which many people thought Cooper had won. Okay. And this fight is regarded as one of the most controversial fights in British boxing history. Okay. Now, after that win, Bugner was ranked among the world's top 10 heavyweights. Okay. Now, in 1973, he was 23 years old, and he fought Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier back to back. Okay, at 23 years old. And both of them was at championship level by then. I think I think Foreman had the title at that point. Foreman had beat Frazier. Frazier had beat Ali. Ali had got stripped, and Frazier had the title, but Foreman had beat Frazier. But he did fight both of them too at back to back at 23 years old. Now he went the distance with both of them, and he fought well in both fights. Earned the respect of the media and the public in those 2 fights. Yeah. Represented himself very well. Okay. Now, he's unsuccessfully challenged Ali for the title in 1975, losing a unanimous decision once again. Okay, so he fought Ali twice. Went the distance with him both times. Yeah. Now, Bugner retired from boxing in 1976. But he made sporadic returns over the next 2 decades. Now, he finally retired for the last time in 1999 with a final record of 69 wins, 13 losses, 1 draw, 43 knockouts. Joe Bugner. Okay. Everybody all right this Monday afternoon? Now, think about what I said, though, about the time going by fast. Okay. And it went up there in the atmosphere. Going in and out on that space shuttle, they speeded the Earth up. So if the Earth turning faster, time gonna go by faster, right? I mean, y'all might think that's crazy, but think about it. My wife laughed at me, but I think it's something to that, man. And the government ain't gonna tell us. Y'all probably laughing just like Miss Cass was. Okay, number 3 is Jimmy Ellis. Okay. Jimmy Ellis. James Albert Ellis was born February 24th, 1940 in Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. He was the world boxing champion in 1968. Defeated Jerry Court for the WBA title. Jerry is also on this list. Okay, Jimmy Ellis made 1 successful defense against Floyd Patterson before he lost the title to Joe Frazier in 1970. Okay. Joe Frazier beat Jimmy Ellis for the WBA. Okay, now, Ellis got into boxing as a teenager after watching a friend box a fellow Louisville youngster. Because remember, he's from Louisville. And Ellis got into boxing after he watched a friend of his box another Louisville youngster named Cassius Clay. Okay, on a local amateur boxing television show called Tomorrow's Champions. Heard this story before. Now, Ellis won. And that's what made him get into boxing, when he saw his friend on there boxing Cassius Clay. So he won 59 of 66 amateur fights. Okay. He fought Ali twice. Well, Cassius Clay at the time twice in the amateurs, and they split 1-1. Okay. He turned pro as a middleweight in 1961. So he started out at middleweight. At the end of 1964, after losing 3 out of 4 fights, Ellis changed trainers, hiring legendary trainer Angelo Dundee, who also trained Ali at the time. Okay. And 6 of his first 8 fights with Dundee were on Ali undercards. Okay. Now, by the mid-1960s, Ellis had moved from middleweight to heavyweight. Now, he fought Ali on July 26, 1971. Now, Angelo Dundee trained both of them, right? But he was Ali's trainer. He was Ellis's manager / trainer. So he decided to train Ellis in that fight because as manager, he got a larger share of the purse. Okay? So anybody remember the fight, Angelo Dundee was in Ellis's corner. It wasn't against Ali, that was the reason. He trained both of them, but he was Ali's trainer, and he was Ellis's manager and trainer, and he got a larger share of the purse as manager. So of course, he trained Ellis. Now Ali brought in for that fight. He went back to Dundee after that fight, but for that fight, he brought in a guy named, what was his name? Perry Wiley, who had trained Henry Armstrong and Sugar Ray Robinson. So Ali didn't make a bad choice. He worked with Ali for that fight. Now, Ali won the fight by 12-round TKO. Okay. Now, anybody come in? What did you say? It flies. What flies? Talking about the space shuttle? Yeah, it's still coming in and out the atmosphere though. And it hit something and the earth started moving faster. That's why time going by so fast, man. Think about it. Miss Cass laughed at you. Probably laughing too. But I believe I'm standing by that. After the loss to Ali, Ellis went on an 8-fight winning streak, but he never regained the heavyweight title after that. Okay. Now, his last fight was on May 6, 1975, when he knocked out club fighter Carl Baker. Okay. In 1 round. He retired at age 35 after a training injury left him partially blind in his left eye. Okay. And he finished his career with a record of 40 wins, 12 losses, 1 draw. 24 of his wins came by way of knockout. Jimmy Ellis. Okay. Okay, next up is Larry Holmes, the Eastern Assassin. Larry Holmes. I think Larry was underrated. He don't get the credit he deserves. But I think, it's the time he came along, behind all those other great heavyweights. He was a little overshadowed. But he still was champion for 7 years, 78 to 85. I think. I'm giving it to find out. Now, Larry Holmes was born on November 3rd, 1949 in Cuthbert, Georgia. Okay? He competed from 1973 to 2002. Yeah, and was world heavyweight champion from 1978 until 1985, 7 years. Yeah. Now, he is also considered to be one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time. Well, that ain't exactly being underrated, is it? Yeah. He grew up in Eastern Pennsylvania, which led to his boxing nickname, the Eastern Assassin. Holmes' left jab is often rated among the best in heavyweight boxing history, yeah, including by me. Beautiful jab. Anybody ever seen Holmes' jab? Watched him on film or anything? Beautiful, man. Okay. In addition to holding the WBC heavyweight title from 1978 to 1983, Holmes also held the Ring Magazine and lineal heavyweight titles from 1980 to 1985, 5 years. And he had the inaugural IBF heavyweight title from 1983 to 1985. Remember, I told you that story. When IBF came in, they were trying to get some credibility. And they picked a few fighters, and Holmes was one of them. And they had to drop the WBC to accept the IBF title. So, yeah, he probably got hit off swell for that. But remember that story? That was when I did the sanctioning bodies. Yeah, he was one of the people that the IBF selected to represent their title when they first came in. Thus, Holmes had the inaugural IBF heavyweight championship. Now, Holmes began boxing at age 18. That's kind of late. He compiled an amateur record of 19-3. Turned professional on March 21st, 1973. His first fight was a 4-round decision against Rodell Dupree. Okay. Now, early in his career, Holmes worked as a sparring partner for Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Ernest Shavers, and Jimmy Young. And he was paid well, and he also learned a lot from those guys, man. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Ernest Shavers, and Jimmy Young. Yeah, I'm learning too, because I had only knew that he was Muhammad Ali's sparring partner. I never knew that he worked for Frazier, Shavers, and Jimmy Young. I did not know that until yesterday. Yeah. So he got paid well, and he learned a lot working with those guys. Anything going on in the chat? No. Everybody just speaking to each other. Okay. Holmes won his first 48 fights of his career. Okay. He fell one short of matching Rocky Marciano's career record of 49-0 when he lost to Michael Spinks in a 1985 upset, a controversial loss, right? So he came very close to tying Rocky. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT. What's up, T Hill? The mayor of YouTube Boxing. And he's in the building. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT. What's up, Thomas Hill? Salute, my brother. What's going on, man? I know you like them fights this weekend. And we got a triple hitter this week. Pro Box Wednesday. Brain lock. Oh, JoJo headline of the card Thursday, and Oshaki and Abraham Nova Friday. Big week. Only thing, nothing on Saturday. But hey, after Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be okay. We'll be full of boxing by Saturday. Okay. And then we probably get a casual corner from Matt McQueen on Saturday. But we're still gonna be all right. Okay. Okay. Now Larry Holmes, yeah. He came one short of passing Rocky's 49-0, Marciano, but he lost a controversial decision to Michael Spinks, right? And it was an upset. He was favored to beat Spinks. And I think Spinks was I think it might have been his second fight at heavyweight. I know he lost to Tyson. I'm not sure if he fought anybody between Tyson and Holmes. Not sure. But it was early. Spinks hadn't fought too many fights at heavyweight, so that was an upset when he beat Holmes. And I thought Holmes won. Yeah, I really did. But I like that. The Boxtorian. Thank you, Thomas Hill. I'm going to use that. This is Cass Sports. The Boxtorian. Yeah. Thank you, Thomas Hill. I like that. Okay. Now, Holmes' title fight against Ken Norton in 1968 is considered to be one of the greatest heavyweight title fights of all time. And when Holmes won that fight, that began his 7-year title reign. And that was the time where we had 4 heavyweight champions in 4 months, okay? Okay? 4 different heavyweight champions in 4 months. Muhammad Ali had it, right? Leon Spinks. Muhammad Ali had the WBA and WBC. Leon Spinks beat Muhammad Ali to take the WBA and WBC. So then the WBC, Leon Spinks wanted to rematch Ali, but the WBC said, no, you got to fight Ken Norton. Spinks fought Ali, so the WBC stripped Spinks, gave the title to Norton. So that made the 3rd one. And then Holmes beat Norton. 4 champions in 4 months. Crazy. Yeah. But they show you how the guys fought each other back then, you know. But no ducking around and all that kind of nonsense. They got in there. But the fight against Norton, when Holmes took that belt, that began his 7-year title reign. Now he retired. He had a rematch with Spinks in '86. He also lost that one, and then he retired. But he made repeated returns, like they all do. Made repeated comebacks that included losses to Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, 2 youngsters at the time. Now Holmes fought for the last time in 2002 at age 52, winning a 10-round unanimous decision against Butterbean, 334-pound Eric Butterbean Esch. Okay. He ended his career with a record of 69 wins, 6 losses, 44 wins by knockout. Holmes was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2008. Now, all 6 of Holmes' losses came in title fights. Okay? This is Cass Sports, the Boxtorian. Okay? Number 5, courtesy of Thomas Hill. Okay, number 5 was Ron Lau. Okay. One of these fights to watch, and I would. Well, let me see. Let me think on that. Yeah, that's good. Good one. Yeah, I'll think on it. Yeah, y'all be thinking on that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Ron Lau is next. Okay. Holmes Norton was a good one. That was a slugfest. Holmes Spinks might not be bad neither. Okay, number 5 was Ron Lau. Ronald David Lau was born February 12th, 1941 in Dayton, Ohio. He competed from 1971 to 1980. Okay, and he retired, came back to also in he retired in 1980. Then he came back, so he competed in 1995 also. He challenged unsuccessfully for the World Heavyweight Championship, losing to Muhammad Ali in 1975. Okay. GP says, y'all pick it. I'm definitely watching. Boxley definitely now. My brain is being reshaped. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we got Ali Norton. We had 2 Holmes and Spinks. Yeah. Any one of those 3 would be real good. And there's a couple more too. At the end, we'll talk about it. Okay, now Ron Lau. Yeah. He unsuccessfully challenged for the title against Ali, losing in 75. Now, Lau was known for his punching power, crowd-pleasing fighting style, and his courage and determination in the ring. He defeated Buster Masters, Oscar Bonavena, Jimmy Ellis, Vicente Rondon, Ernie Shavers, the hard-hitting Ernie Shavers, Joe Buchanan, Gregorio Peralto, and Scott Liddell. But is best known for his fight against George Foreman in 1976, which was voted Fight of the Year by the Ring Magazine. Oh yeah, and Ron Lau and George Foreman too. That was Fight of the Year in 1976. Yeah, that was a good one. Ron Lau and George Foreman. Yes. And it's another one too. Ernie Shavers and somebody. It might have been Jimmy Ellis. I'll come to it. But yeah, Ron Lau and George Foreman, keep that one in mind too. Yeah, that was a good one. Fight of the Year in 1976 by Ring Magazine, as a matter of fact. Yeah, a lot of good fights. Okay. Now, when Lau was 19, he was involved in the shooting death of a rival gang member and was sentenced to 15 to 25 years in prison. Now, he nearly died in prison after being stabbed by another inmate. Afterward, In solitary confinement, he began doing push-ups, sit-ups, squats, and other exercises, and he trained regularly from then on. Now, he attended a prison boxing event in 1962 as a spectator, and that's when he decided he wanted to compete in the sport and began boxing in prison. Okay. Now, he was released, now when he was released from prison in 1969, he continued boxing, winning 47 of 52 fights as an amateur. Turned pro at the age of 30 in 1971. Yeah, he turned pro real late. You know, he spent all that time in prison. He won his first 19 fights, 17 by knockout. Okay. He retired in 1980. Made several comebacks like they all do. Retired for good in 1995 at the age of 54. Finished his career with 43 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, 31 knockouts. Now, after Lyle turned pro, he visited his fellow inmates in prison the day before and the day after. No, the day before or the day after every professional fight he had. So he went back to visit his former fellow inmates after every fight or before every fight. Yeah, didn't miss a one. Yeah. What we got? Larry Holmes and Ken Norton. Larry Holmes, Michael Spinks, George Foreman, and Ron Lau. Number 6 is Ken Norton. William Old School Rant in the building. What's up, Old School? We talking about some fights from the 70s. Yeah. Am I back or what, man? Jeez. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please. This shit is doing this every day all of a sudden, man. I guess I'm back. Okay, where were we? Thank you, old school. Gee. Man, this is the second day straight this has done this. Sorry about that. Okay, where were we? Okay, I believe I was on Ken Norton, right? Ken Norton. Yeah, Ken Norton was born August 9th, 1943 in Jacksonville, Illinois. Okay? He is considered by many to be one of the 20 greatest heavyweights of all time. He turned professional in 1967 and competed from 1967 to 1981. He was awarded the WBC Heavyweight Championship in 1978 after winning a close split decision over Jimmy Young in a title eliminator bout. That's another one, Ken Norton and Jimmy Young. Okay, we got a lot of possible potential fights that we can break down at. Okay, Ken Norton, Jimmy Young, close split decision. That might be the one. Ken Norton and Jimmy Young. Yeah, that's mine. Ken Norton versus Jimmy Young. Okay, close split decision. Now, Leon Spinks, the recently crowned champion, chose to fight Muhammad Ali instead in a rematch. Yeah, I just went over that, remember? So Norton was awarded the WBC title. Now, Norton is best known for his 3 fights with Muhammad Ali. Norton won the first by split decision, lost the second by split decision, and lost the third and final one by a very controversial unanimous decision. I don't think Ali ever beat Norton, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Okay. Is Norton and Jimmy Young? All right. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. Salute. Yeah. Me personally, I don't think Ali ever beat Norton. What you think, Bruce Gas? I thought Norton won all 3 of those fights. Yeah. The third one was very controversial. Very. Yeah, they gave it to Ali. Unanimous decision. Everybody had Norton. They had 3 newspaper guys there reporting and judging the fight. They all had Norton. The commentators, everybody had Norton. Yeah. And everybody was shocked when they gave Ali the unanimous decision. Norton cried. Yeah. But yeah, me personally, I don't think Ali ever beat Norton. Yeah, very controversial unanimous decision in the third one. Norton also fought a slugfest with Larry Holmes in 1978 during the first defense of his championship, narrowly losing a split decision and his WBC title. Okay. Now he took up boxing in the Marine Corps. Norton did, compiling a 24-2 record on the way to 3 all-Marine heavyweight titles. And I found out when I was taking my notes yesterday. Now I was in the Air Force, but me and Ken Norton did the same job in the military. We went to the same, well, not at the same time. We went to the same base for our training. Yep, Pensacola, Florida. We did the same job in the military. Yep, I found it out yesterday. Yep. Which was, we had top secret clearances, intercepting foreign intelligence. Yes. Well, he's most certainly did. Ain't that something? Yeah. Now, he became the best boxer to ever fight in the Marine Corps. Now, he retired from boxing in 1981 with a career record of 42 wins, 7 losses, with 1 draw, 33 by knockout. Okay. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1992. Ken Norton. Okay, next up is Jerry Quarry. Yeah. Oh, you said Ali won the rematch, Bruce? Okay. So you say Ali won the second one. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And where was I? Jerry Quarry. I gotta figure out why this thing keep cutting off in the middle of my shows. This Wi-Fi. That's 2 days straight. Jerry Quarry. He was born May 15th, 1945 in Bakersfield, California. His nickname was Irish or the Bellflower Bomber. Now, Quarry's family include 3 other boxers, professional boxers, that is, his father and 2 brothers, okay? The Quarry brothers, and his father also. Now, Jerry's father put gloves on him when he was 5 years old, okay? So he was destined to be a boxer. Now, he won the 1965 National Golden Gloves Championship in Kansas City at the age of 19. He had over 200 amateur fights. Turned professional in 1965. Just a little brief summary. Turned professional in 1965. Now, during the peak of his career, from 1968 to 1971, Quarry was rated by the Ring magazine as the most popular fighter in the sport, okay? Now, of course, his most famous fights were against Muhammad Ali, okay? Quarry is often seen as being one of the best heavyweight fighters to never win a championship, okay? He beat heavyweight champion Floyd Patterson and top contenders Ron Lyle, Ernie Shavers, Brian London, Thad Spencer, Buster Mathis, Randy Newman, Jack Bodell, Mac Foster, and Eduardo Corletti. He accumulated damage from lack of attention to defense against bigger men at the top level, okay? No head guard sparring, and attempted comebacks in 1977, 1983, and 1992 resulted in Quarry developing an unusually severe case of dementia pugilistica, okay? He retired several times. He finally hung the gloves up for good in 1992. Jerry Quarry finished his career with a record of 53 wins, 9 losses, 4 draws, and 32 knockouts. Jerry Quarry. Okay, what to say? Bruce said Quarry knocked out Shavers. Yeah, he sure did. In 1 round. Yeah. Yeah, he's considered the best boxer to never win a championship. Jerry Quarry. Yeah. Yeah. With the dementia pugilistica. Yeah. And I think Jimmy Young or somebody had, and a few of them. The first guy I did had that. What was his name? Let me go back real quick. What's his name? Also had that dementia, pugilistica. Can't find it. No one. Dwayne Barbic, yeah. Dwayne Barbic also had it. Still has it. Dwayne's still living, I think, right, Bruce? Yeah, he has, and it's been gradually getting worse. Dementia pugilistica. Yeah, that's what they call it. Okay, yeah, Corey knocked those Shavers in one round, and next is Ernie Shavers. Ernie Shavers. CET. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all of them. You are so right, Bruce Gas. They all slur their words. They move slow. Yeah. Just don't have, none of them got it as bad as Ali ended up with it, but they all show signs of it. You're right. Yeah, sure do. Ernie Shavers. Ernie D. Shavers was born on August 31st, 1944 in Garland, Alabama. Better known as Ernie Shavers, American professional boxer who competed between 1969 and 1995. Okay, he was the two-time world heavyweight champion, challenger. Okay, he is known as one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight boxing history. Scored 70 knockout wins, 70, including 23 in the first round. Okay. Knockout rate 76.7%, almost 80, over 76.7% overall knockout rate. Okay, 70 knockouts in his career, 23 in the first round. Now Shavers started boxing at the late age of 22. Okay. Now before he turned pro, he had a short but notable amateur career, winning the 1969 National AAU heavyweight title, compiling an amateur record of 20-6. Okay, short but notable amateur career. Now he turned professional in 1969. Okay, known as the Black Destroyer. He won 44 of his first 47 fights by knockout. This included at one point 27 consecutive knockouts, with 20 of those 27 coming in the first round. Okay. Now he challenged unsuccessfully twice for the heavyweight championship, losing to Muhammad Ali in 1977 and to Larry Holmes in 1979. Okay. Now he hurt Ali in the second round, and he knocked Holmes down in the seventh round of their fight. Okay, but he still ended up losing both of them. Now he beat former world champions Vincente Rondon, okay, Jimmy Ellis, and Ken Norton, as well as three-time European heavyweight champion Joe Bugner, and top heavyweight contender Jimmy Young. Okay. Shavers retired from boxing in 1983 after retinal problems were discovered. Okay. He finished his career with a record of 76 wins, 14 losses, 1 loss, 1 draw. And remember, 71 by knockout, 70 by knockout. That's a lot of knockouts, 70. Okay. Next up is Chuck Wepner. 2 more to go. Okay, time looking good. Next up is Chuck Wepner. Okay. Charles Wepner was born February 26, 1939 in New York City. He is of German, Ukrainian, and Polish descent. Wepner fell just 19 seconds short of a full 15-round fight against world heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali in 1975 in their championship fight. He also scored notable wins over Randy Newman and former world heavyweight champion Ernie Terrell. Okay, Ernie Terrell. Wepner was also the last man to fight former undisputed world heavyweight champion Sonny Liston. Okay, last man to fight Sonny Liston was Joe Weapon. Yeah. But he almost went the distance, old school. He didn't go down till the last round, in the last 30 seconds. Last 15 seconds, as a matter of fact, yeah. He almost went the distance. Okay. Yeah, and Weapon was also the last man to fight Sonny Liston, okay? Now, Weapon's fight with Ali inspired the 1976 movie Rocky. And another little story, Sylvester Stallone, you know, Mr. T's part. Who did Mr. T play? Somebody. Whatever that guy was. Mr. T played. Sylvester Stallone thought about getting a real ex-boxer to play that part, and a real boxer. So he had Ernie Shavers in for sparring, right? And Shavers wouldn't hit him hard. Shavers just kept tapping him. So Sylvester Stallone said, "Come on, Ernie, hit me with something real." And Ernie caught him with I think it was a left hook to the liver. And that ended. There was no, "Ernie, you're not getting this job." And Sylvester Stallone said he immediately went to the bathroom and threw up. Yeah. And also, he wanted to give Wepner a part in the movie, but Wepner started having some problems with drugs at the end of his career, and he didn't get the part because of drug problems. But he inspired, his fight with Ali inspired the 1976 movie Rocky. Yeah. Now, Wepner learned to fight on the streets of Bayonne, New Jersey, saying this was a tough town with the docks and naval base, and you had to fight to survive. At the age of 15, Webster decided he wanted to be a Marine. Now, in the Marines, he became a member of the boxing team, you know, developing a reputation for boxing. He developed a reputation for being able to withstand other boxers' punches. And he became a military champion also, okay? Now, he turned professional in 1964. And became a popular boxer on the Northeast club boxing circuit, okay? He was nicknamed the Bayonne Bleeder due to repeated facial injuries in the ring. And he took the nickname that was initially meant to be an insult, and he embraced it, right? In an interview, Wepner said, "I had 328 stitches in my career. My nose was 9 times in 16 years, but those things never faced me." Wepner retired in 1978 with a career record of 36 wins, 14 losses, 2 draws, 17 knockouts. Okay. And last but not least is Jimmy Young. Okay. Oh yeah, right on time. Okay, Jimmy Young was born on November 14th, 1948 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay. He began his professional career on October 28th, 1969 with a first-round TKO against Jimmy Jones. Young was known for his awkward defensive style and counterpunching. He was one of the top contenders of the 1970s, most notably earning victories over George Foreman in 1977 and losing a unanimous decision against Muhammad Ali in 1976. Yeah, that was another one. And Jimmy Young and George Foreman. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. But what did we decide on? Jimmy Ellison Norton, I believe it was. Jimmy Ellison, Ken Norton, yeah, something like that. Now, Young fought many significant fighters of his era, including twice outpointing Ron Lau and losing only by a split decision to then #1 contender, Ken Norton, in a title eliminator in late 1977. That was the fight when Norton won that. Then when Leon Spinks got skipped to the WBC, Norton was awarded it because the WBC wanted Spinks to fight Norton instead of the rematch with Ali. And when Norton won that title eliminator, he was awarded the WBC belt. Okay, yeah. Now, a fellow boxer, Bobby Watts, was his cousin. Jimmy Young retired in 1990 with a record of 35 wins, 18 losses, 3 draws, 11 knockouts. And see, the fighters had so many losses in that era because they fought each other. Nobody was worried about okay? All the fighters had losses. Some of them had double-digit losses. But who cared, you know? You fought each other. Nobody was worried about no Like, yeah, you can call me a pussy, but I still got my You hell with that shit, man. Fighters wasn't built like that back then, man. You call them guys something like that, the fight started the press conference. Now, it was reported that Young suffered from, yes, another one, Bruce. Young suffered from dementia pugilistica in his later years due to blows he received to the head during his boxing career. Yeah, like we said, all of those guys, man. And there it is, 10 heavyweights from the golden era of the 70s, not named Ali or Foreman. Okay, yeah. And tomorrow I want to get back a little bit to like I did the shows on the different punches and then the southpaw orthodox. I'm gonna talk about some footwork tomorrow and angles, taking angles in boxing and all that type of thing. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. Should be interesting. Yeah. I thought it would be interesting today to go over that great decade of the 70s, the golden era, especially in the heavyweight division. No ducking, no dollars and cents. Let's get in there and fight. That's what we are. We're fighters, so let's fight. Guys call each other out. That was their next fight. Only way it wasn't, you already had one scheduled, but then it was the next one after that one. Rematches was a big thing back then. You beat me, prove you can do it again. But salute to everybody. Get ready to put another Cast Sports in the books. Tomorrow we're going to talk about footwork, angles, offensive footwork, defensive footwork. There's a difference. Cast Sports, the Boxtorian. I like that, Thomas Hill. The Boxtorian. But it's Monday. We're starting another week. What are you, off today, old school? Yeah, I was talking about that Ryan and Devin at the top of the show. I got Devin on that one. Who you got on that one, old school? Ryan and Devin. Devin outboxing. Yeah, skills pay the bills in that one. Devin is too defensive minded to let Ryan catch him with that left hook, Yeah. Just stay away from it. Constantly moving. Constantly moving and moving Ryan around. Ryan will try his shoulder roll. If you put him out of position, he'll turn his back. That's part of Ryan defense. Turn your back. But yeah, we got the triple hitter this week too. Pro Box Wednesday. We got JoJo Thursday. Okay. And we got Oshaki Friday. Yeah, Thursday, JoJo is fighting Jesus Perez. Ricardo Sandoval on the card. Eric Tudor back in action. Super lightweight. Yeah. Jorge Chavez. Then Friday we got Oshaki versus Abraham Nova. I believe Ant was talking about going to that fight. That's at the Garden. The Garden. Choo on that card. Yeah. Going up against Bernard Torres. And then we got 2 cards Friday. We got another card from Mexico. Adrian Curiel. Again, excuse me, not Shinga. For Curiel's IBF title. Junior flyweight, 108. Wow. No card Saturday, but by Saturday, shoot, we'll be good. We done had a trip back-to-back nights of boxing. We'll be good. Who knows? Ed McQueen might do a Casuals Corner Saturday. Probably will. No boxing. But I see 2 cards for Friday. It says to be announced for Mexico. Okay. Because Oshaki is another top-ranked card. Right? Yeah, Oshaki went to top rank, right? Yeah. Of course, JoJo is on the zone. So yeah, we are in good shape. What you say, old school? You like pro box? Yeah. Yeah, me too, old school. Mm-hmm. Who you got between Devin and Ryan, old school, in that fight? I got Devin. Skills pay the bills, you know. Yeah. It just come down to just too much, way more skilled than Ryan. The difference in skill is just too much, man. You know. Yeah. But join me tomorrow, everybody, for the we're gonna talk about some footwork and angles, that sort of thing. Get back to, you know, in the beginning I used to talk about, remember the stances and the different punches and all that. We're gonna get back to that a little bit this week, you know. Yeah. It's time to go back to the, you know, dig into that type of thing. Yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow, which is Tuesday. And shoot, the next day will be Wednesday. It'll be fight time, pro boxing, triple header this week. Plus, Let's Talk Fashion is Wednesday. So a big week for boxing fans. Of course, the Super Bowl is history. That Patrick Mahomes is something else. He got the Michael Jordan, Tom Brady effect working for him, man. He just don't let his team lose. Yeah, just the Michael Jordan, Tom Brady type shit. Yeah, man. I won't bet against him. I add him to my list. I never bet against Michael Jordan or Tom Brady. Now Patrick Mahomes goes on that list. You know, I don't care if you're playing the Ravens. I ain't betting against them. I'll be voting for the Ravens to win, but I'm not betting on them against Patrick Mahomes, man. Never again. He's on that list. You know, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. My don't bet against list. No way. No. Them 3 guys just don't know how to lose. You know, they've lost, but not too much. In the big game, in the big one, not too much at all. But good Super Bowl. Overtime. I still don't know how that guy got that open for the winning touchdown in overtime on Kansas City. It's overtime. They inside the 10. And it was inside the 5, wasn't it? How did the man get that open? San Francisco. Come on, man. And that was it. And then number 33 was the closest man to him. He gonna look back like it's somebody else's fault when the man got the touchdown. Remember the winning touchdowns? 33 was coming toward him, and when he crossed the goal line, 33 gonna look back like if somebody else was supposed to be there. No, you was the closest man, so you was supposed to be there. 33, whoever he was. Did you pick that? He looked back like it was somebody else's fault. Oh, you got Mardi Gras going on now? Oh, tomorrow? I mean, that goes on for like, what, a while, don't it? It's more than one day, ain't it? Old school. Appreciate that, old school. I do my best. I got a new name from Thomas Hill. They call me the Boxtorian now. Yeah, sports, the Boxtorian. Yeah, Mahomes. Yeah, Thomas Hill. I added him to my don't bet against list. You know, it was Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. Now Patrick Mahomes is on that list. Yeah. I bet against Tom Brady one time, and of course lost. Bet against Michael Jordan one time and lost. Lost big too, both times. They did some crazy type stuff when they were supposed to lose. I just knew I had won. Yeah. So I learned my lesson the hard way. All right, everybody. This is Cass Sports, the Boxtorian. Putting another one in the books. Okay. Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. William, old school, Arant. Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT, the mayor of YouTube Boxing. D for the win. Lonnie Lee, hashtag JBT. Attentive, Aunt McQueen. The Rise podcast. Ankle leg for the JBT. 9 o'clock nightly. Closes the door and turns out the lights for the JBT movement for the day. The Rise podcast. Just do boxing. The Voice was in the building. Gregory Pratt, hashtag JBT. Ernest Johnson. Remo, hashtag Let's Talk Fashion, hashtag JBT. Dropping another episode tomorrow. No, Wednesday. Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm pushing it up, but yeah, it's Tuesday. But time going by so fast. It'll be Wednesday before you know it. Remember, the speed it Earth up. Okay, with that space shuttle. And Mike Masick was in the building. Okay. This is Cass Sports, the History Channel, hosted by Cass Sports, the Boxtorian. Appreciate everybody for rocking with me on another episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, I did. Everybody enjoy their day. I'm out of here.